Hey guys, this is a 2015 Chevy Equinox, the 2.4 liter engine. I'm going to show you how to do a quick oil change on here. You need your normal stuff. You got your oil pan, some paper towels, and your jack stand. That's what you really need, and a safety jack if you have one. Down here is where I'll put a jack stand. You see the big old bulge down here? This is where you would put it. If you have your tire changing stand, you would put it normally here for changing tires or lifting it to put a safety jack underneath. Now, from there, I like to use Mobil One's full synthetic oil on here. That's just the brand I like to trust. Just get yourself a 15-inch socket for the oil pan down on the bottom, and down here is where you have your oil filter. You need a 32mm socket along with, you can get one of these over here at Walmart for like $5, and a joint socket as well. And from there, put an extender on, and you can use this to loosen up the oil filter to pull it out. I will get into that later on. So first, we're going to go ahead and start draining out the oil. And what you want to do is, I like to use one of these, pretty reliable. Always make sure you open up the cap. I've made a mistake where I left it closed, and open up this right here for the vent as well, so that way it can breathe and take in the oil quicker. All right, so down here is the oil pan. Don't get it confused with the transmission over here. This is the transmission. It is a front wheel drive, so the transmission is in the front. Some people get that confused and end up running the transmission, but that is not the case here. We're not doing that. Here's a drain nut right here for the oil pan. You just want to position the oil catcher so that way when it pours out, it fully catches. So first, what you want to do is just loosen the nut. Don't untie it completely. First, loosen it, because once you loosen it, you can take it off with your hand most of the time. And then from there, you can position the oil catcher from there. And what I like to do is, since I'm doing it on a driveway and it's going down, I'll turn the oil catcher around where the drain plug is facing downward, and so that way all the oil just pours right into the drain. So from there, loosen it. If you don't have gloves, just be prepared to get dirty. I've been doing this for so long that I really don't care. And it's really easy. Like, doing these things is extremely easy. If you feel intimidated by your car, don't. It's pretty simple. If you follow the instructions, you will not have an issue. And obviously there's those room for freak incidents that happen, but oil changes are quite simple. Now what I like to do is, while this is draining, I'll move up to start doing the filter change. Up here is the oil filter. Just go ahead and put your socket in and go to town. Obviously lefty loosey, righty tighty, and that's it. Once you have it, you can pull it up by hand or spin it out by hand, and that's all you have to do. There's no maintenance down there you have to do. From there, that is what our oil filter looks like. It is dead. I like to use Fram. It's a pretty decent brand. It protects up to about 10,000 miles, so that's really good. From there, to just got to twist it a little to loosen it up. That's what I like to do, and then pop it off. Just pull it. In this case, this one broke. So part of the oil filter is still stuck into the housing, and that's not a problem though. Just get yourself a flathead and pop it off. It's not really a big deal. And boom, that's it. We're good to go. We're ready to put the other one in. There is a little rubber seal here too as well that you want to take off. Here's the new one. This is what it looks like. All you have to do is just pop it in, and just shove it in. You don't have to do anything, just, you know, or twist it in as well. But all you have to do is just shove it. That's all it is. It locks in. Right here is the little rubber too as well that you need to replace. I like to do it every time. These things do get hard over time if you forget to replace them, and they just become useless, and it can cause your oil filter to leak out, and we do not want that. No oil means no lubricant for the engine, and the engine can blow. It's very simple. Make sure you put it right here on this big thick part right here. Just move it on down with the new one. This is one of my first videos, guys, so really appreciate you guys watching too. All right, just do the exact opposite. Just put it back in, drop it in, and spin it in, and you're good to go. You should just only do it hand tight, though. In this case, with the socket wrench, don't go so tight to it where you could possibly break it or strip the bolt. From there, your oil should be done draining. Just clean up, put the drain socket back in, tighten it up again, hand tight in that sense of not over tightening it, and you should be good to go. You do not want to strip these things, and so as soon as you can't tighten it anymore, that's all you need to do. You don't have to go full throttle with your strength there. Other than that, clean up your stuff. It's what I like to do. Keep everything nice and clean. Once you're done cleaning up your oil catcher, you're good to go. Make sure you put the cap back on, and please close the vent so no oil gets spilled out once you put it back in the back of your truck or car. At this stage, we're done with the tools, so put all your tools away. Always put your tools away. I can't tell you how many times I have lost tools, but yeah, it's because I keep forgetting to put them away. But hey, learn your lesson over time. From here, you should, if you're a beginner, get a funnel to pour it in, but I've done it so many times I really don't need a funnel. And again, this is 5W30 full synthetic, and it takes about 5 quarts, which is 1 jug. I'll have other videos of where I buy my oil at. It's much more cheaper, and I'll show you guys those later on. Maybe you throw it in as a short or something like that. Clean up your station or your area when you're done pouring, and put the cap back on. Make sure it's nice and snug. From there, start the engine and go outside and check for leaks to make sure that everything is working properly. No leaks, no problem. It's good to go. And no oil leaks on the filter as well. All right, so this is how you reset the oil gauge here. So you're going to use the menu button here to go through the system and find where it says oil. So you just use the menu button to go through everything, and then the arrow button to shift through the menu. Once you find the oil, you'll push this button here to reset it, and it'll ask for the reset. Scroll to yes, and then again push the select button, and you're good to go. And that's it. You're all set. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like videos like these, definitely please like and subscribe and hit that notification button as well so you can see new updates, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you again.